Hello! Welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Saturday. We start with a bit of NXT speculation, with WWE recently announcing the television deal with Fox Sports. There's been speculation about NXT possibly getting a spot on Fox Sports 1, since part of the deal reportedly includes other programming besides SmackDown Live. Ryan Satan said, heard from a trustworthy source that an announcement about NXT Fox Sports 1 may be imminent, stay tuned. And then Brad Shepard responded saying it was a done deal last week, the announcement should be next week by the latest. So could they be moving to an actual television station? We'll have to wait and see, but I'd like the idea of that being happening. Would it be network as well? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what's happening, but it should be on TV, which would be cool. Then we go to a bit of an update on Nakamura's dog bite injury. If you hadn't heard the story, prior to SmackDown this week, Nakamura was bit by a police dog when they were doing an initial security check. So he was not on SmackDown Live, and he did appear at today's Tokyo live event. He did not compete. He came out on crutches, cut a promo for the fans. He would then be interrupted by Samoa Joe, who ended up putting him in the Coquina clutch. AJ made the save, which led to Styles defeating Joe in a singles match. So yes, he may be back for SmackDown this week, but he's still injured as of now. We then move to the very, very, very sad news that Matt Cappotelli has passed away. She made the announcement on Facebook saying, "Hey Team Cap, I've been struggling with what to say and how to say this, but I'll probably end up rambling, so here goes. Today, my love, my strong, sweet, beautiful love took his last breath at 3:30 a.m. and went home to be with Jesus, exactly 1 year after his brain surgery. You think you can be prepared for this when you know it's coming, but you just can't. The only person whose comfort I want right now is the one who can't give it to me. I miss him so much. I know where he is now is so much better, but it doesn't change how much I miss him." It's always so horrible to give these kind of stories. We do have the wrestling world reacting to this death. Stephanie McMahon said, #RIP Matt Cappotelli. You showed everyone what it means to never give up and always stay positive. It was an honour to know you. Cassius Ohno, crushed to hear about the passing of Matt Cappotelli. He was talented, passionate, and possessed a heart of gold. Everyone who should fight as hard as Matt fought. Condolences to his family, friends, and countless others he touched on his journey. Rest in peace, Cap. Drake Maverick, RIP Matt Cappotelli. What a wonderful, brave man. You fought harder than anyone could have ever imagined. Rest in peace. Condolences to the family. It just goes on and on and on. There's so many outpours of love and support to his family in this very tragic time. I would love to give my condolences to the Cappotelli family, and I hope they have just I don't know the words, just my condolences to them. Then we move on to WWE announced that they have signed Lo Shira. She's now signed, and she is expected to start with the NXT brand in the very near future. That's amazing. And then Sabu made a joke on Twitter about Chris Benoit that rubbed some fans the wrong way. It showed a picture of it was a guy doing a corkscrew moonsault landing on Chris Benoit's head with his arse, and he put with that, "Fuck, no wonder he killed his fam." I don't know the level of stupid you have to do to make a joke like that. I mean, no, I'm not defending what Chris Benoit did. It was a horrific tragedy that should have never happened. But to make jokes and poke fun at this is just completely disrespectful to Nancy and David Benoit, the unfortunate victims of that tragedy. But I don't know the full details, and neither do most people in this situation. So I don't get poking jokes at a murder-suicide. It's just beyond me. Very poor taste, Sabu. Very, very poor taste, man. And then Mike Johnson recently commented on why Kurt Angle doesn't wrestle more often. He said they're not going to put Kurt in the ring on a constant basis. He can't do it. I'm sure Kurt wants to be in the ring on a constant basis. His body is breaking down. Remember the last 6 months of Impact, and then the couple of indie shows he was doing? It was the same 5 spots the entire match. He can't be that Kurt Angle anymore. It's like Shawn Michaels saying, I could come back, but people need to understand it's not going to be HBK. It's not fair to expect Kurt Angle of 1999 to be wrestling. I completely agree. The guy is, 50 now? Just, yeah, you can't have him very often. And then there's an update a little bit on Dolph Ziggler. It was announced that Dolph Ziggler, along with the Bearer, will be attending the Wales Comic-Con in place of Shawn Michaels. This is considered notable because the event takes place in December and Ziggler's WWE contract reportedly expires later this summer. The booking could indicate that Ziggler and WWE have agreed terms on a new deal, or the new deal is expected to be signed. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully Dolph Ziggler does stick around. And then we have the last couple of stories. According to the Daily Mail, Linda Hogan is accusing ex-husband Hulk Hogan of concealing his assets and not paying her money that was agreed upon in the divorce settlement. Linda is demanding that Hogan pays her 40% of his earnings or to be held in contempt of court. Linda's lawyer, Raymond Rafool, said the following about the situation. It is indeed a shame that Hulk Hogan once again will not honour the divorce agreement he made with Miss Bowie. Bowler? Yeah, I think. He said Linda fulfilled and fulfills her obligations to exchange his assets and rights in return for Hulk's compliance. Hulk Hogan breaches a wrong and unjust. He needs to do as he agreed and pay Linda what she's owed. Say this the proper that he's meant to give all of his assets and all that kind of stuff. If you're going through a divorce agreement and you actually have in writing that you should be giving them this percentage of what you earn, you should live up to your agreements. That is what they're there for. I mean, 40% sounds like a hell of a fucking lot, in my opinion, but this is legally agreed upon. I don't condone people dodging shit that they should be legally doing. So, get your act together, Hulk Hogan. And then former WWE superstar Shane Hurricane Helm noted in an interview with the Washington CBS local that he's open to joining the 205 Live brand. It would depend on the schedule for sure. If they could work with that, then I'm sure there's stuff that we could talk about. Obviously, their 205 Live needs a boost. I could boost that for sure, but I could boost the main roster as well. I've got full confidence in what I bring to the table, but it's not like WWE needs anybody. I'm also very, very happy where I am right now. If something happens with them, awesome. If it doesn't, then that final appearance at the Royal Rumble was so damn hot. The crowd popped so loud for me. If that was my last time there, then I'm actually super okay with that too. I didn't expect a pop from like we got, to be fair. It was amazing to see the Hurricane. I would love to see him on the 205 Live brand. I really would. That would be so cool. Seriously, that would be absolutely awesome. I think that's all the wrestling stories we have for today. Let me just quickly browse a couple more. Just one more little thing. Laura Van Ness and Robbie E, both former TNA stars, were among a few wrestlers at the tryouts for the WWE Performance Center. So be expecting to hear about them being signed hopefully very, very soon, because Laura Van Ness is, as you know, dating Zack Ryder, and Robbie E was a rip-off of Jersey Shore. But he was a decent enough wrestler, so let's see how far they can get if they get in the door. Best of luck to them. Now that has been the Wrestling Newsroom. It's good to be back. I don't know how often of a basis we're going to do this. Also, this is an exchange of live stream tonight. Sorry, guys. But I've got a takeaway coming, so I'm going to go and eat it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please just... you can support me on Patreon or live chat or watch the videos, share the videos, like. Everything massively helps. It really, really does. Just you just watching is amazing. I really do appreciate it. And as always, subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.